All right, guys, let's make a mountain of ribs. We are cooking today, y'all. We're gonna be doing some St. Louis style ribs. I got about 9 pounds here. The recipe I'll give you is for 4 pounds, so just double it if you're going big. This is like a Memphis dry rub that I'm gonna do on it, and then we're gonna smoke it. But it's gonna be kind of a little sweeter, so a little sweet, a little savory, a little bit of spice to it. It's perfect, perfection. Trust me. First thing, we got to set up our smoker. I've got a green egg, so get that all loaded up. I'm going with pecan chips for a little smokiness to it, just because that's what I got laying around. So we're gonna try the pecan. I've never done that before. It is pecan. It's not pecan. Okay. Sometimes I'm rush setting up the smoker, but I like to get it to temperature well ahead of time, so I know it's gonna stay there, and I can regulate that temp. So we want to get this thing up to 300 degrees, so that it'll hold that. So you want to have enough charcoal in there so it'll run, or wood, whatever you're using, so it'll run for a solid 3 to 4 hours before it runs out. So I'm gonna go ahead and load it up. While the smoker's getting ready, we're gonna go ahead and get ready ourselves, get our dry rub put together, and get these ribs prepped. So first step on your ribs, you have what's called a silver skin. That's all this back here, and that you don't want that. That's just gonna make the rib tough to eat. And you can, if you don't feel like messing with it, I'm not going to judge you for not taking it off, but it's the right way to do it, so we're going to take it off. Fall off the bone ribs can't fall off the bone unless you get rid of that silver skin. I'll show you the best way to do it. So you need a paper towel and a spoon, because it's slippery. We'll get it started with a spoon. Just kind of peeling that silver skin off the back. It's like a connective fatty tissue, to where you got something to grab hold onto, but you can't really hold it. So that's where the paper towel comes into play. And then we're going to grab that, and if we're lucky, we can take it off in one fell swoop. What's under it is fat. You want fat. Fat's what makes it flavorful. So don't take that off. No, we didn't get all of it. We'll come back for more. I'll be honest with you, I thought this was 2 racks. This is 3 racks. I don't have that big of a green egg, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna be a little limited on space, so I'm gonna take the longest of the 3 racks, and I'm gonna cut it right in half. Because in my rack, I got a rib rack, it only holds 4. But you just, you do it based on the size of your smoking situation. This should work. All right, let's rub it. Now don't worry, I'm gonna put the ingredients in the description so that you have them for the dry rub and everything else. But also this is gonna be for the 4-pound recipe, not for the 9 pounds I'm working with. So I'm giving you 4-pound numbers, all right? So we're gonna go with a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. That's what's gonna give us our sweet. All right, and then in here I have 2 tablespoons of kosher salt. I have a tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of basil, dried basil leaves. I did a tablespoon of cayenne pepper. You can do less if you'd like. It's up to you. We like it a little bit spicy. All right, and that is gonna be our rub. We're gonna mix this all up together. It's just a good, it's spicy, sweet, and savory all in one. It's fantastic. And then we'll start rubbing our ribs. That sugar on there is going to caramelize really well, give you a nice thick crust on each one of those. To be honest with you, we might have to go back for more. We'll see. We might need more seasonings for this, just because I've got a little more. I've got about enough for 7 or 8 pounds. I don't know if I have enough for the full 9 pounds in here, but that's all right. We'll make do. When it comes to season, more is better, Don't skimp. More is better. It's going to cook for a long time. All this stuff's going to cook off and cook in, and put all this right in this tray. We're gonna cover it and let it rest until all this dry rub is kind of tacky to the touch, because it'll start to absorb the juices in the meat. So we want it all just kind of juicy. It is time, folks. It is time. Got a steady oh, don't forget your drip pan too, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Got a good 300 degrees going here. Get these set up in here just like so. Is the lid gonna close? That's the question. We're cooking 2 hours, 300 degrees, and we're gonna pull them out. Then we do the wet stuff. That sounds questionable. Okay, it has been our 2 hours. We're gonna check these out. Oh my goodness, y'all wanna see these up close? Would you look at it? Goodness. All right. Next is this is the part where they get super juicy and tender. Okay, so we're gonna do a half cup of apple juice or apple cider. Probably gonna need a little more because, like I said, that's your measurements. My measurements are gonna be more. We do 3/4 of a cup because I'm doing 9 pounds instead of 4 pounds of ribs, and then 3/4 of a cup of apple cider vinegar. So just a 1-to-1 ratio. Get some tin foil ready. We're gonna wrap these suckers up individually. We're gonna make a little rib boat, if you will. That's hot. For a good bath. Careful you don't puncture the tin foil with the bones on the ribs, so you really don't even have to wrap them too tight. You just want to make sure you get that sealed in there good. So we're going to put them back on for an hour, and that's going to give us pretty close, should be close to perfect temperature. You know, first you want to cook for time before you do this, and then you're going to cook for temp. So we're looking for right around 200 degrees. You know, pork obviously is safe to eat before 200 degrees, but the fat breaks down up in like the 190 range. So, and that's what makes everything real juicy and tender, is when that fat breaks down. So you want to make sure when you're smoking that you get to that temp when the fat starts to basically liquefy. No different if you're doing a pork butt or, you know, a shoulder, anything like that. And we can just stack these in there on top of each other because the heat is so indirect now. It's just more like being in an oven than it is anything else. So we'll just stack them all in there so they all fit nicely. Got a little bit of leakage, but it'll be alright. It'll be alright. Don't stress it. We are done, folks. We have got some incredible. Oh, I can tell. I can just look at it and tell how tender these are. Yes, sir. So we're gonna cut these up. Just cut them along the bones. Single or double bone. I like double. I like to peel the bone away. So I think that's what we're gonna go with. We gotta do the test. You ready?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Look, the other bone just fell out. Ooh. So you don't want them to fall apart. You want them to have a little bit of bite.
No such thing. Let me try a piece.
Mm.
You can get a good piece.
Mm.
You need an outside perspective. It has a little knuckle to it.
It's hot.
Oh,
Yeah.
shocked me. No, you shocked me.
Oh, it's hot.
Oh my god.
You like that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why are you being weird about it?
Oh my gosh.
I do good?
You did really good.
Okay.
I'm impressed. Now I know
You
how
know it's
you
real.
feel.
You know it's real because she's a terrible actor, so. Look at that smoke ring. Isn't that great?
With the red
Yeah.
bits?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nailed it. We're gonna plate this up and then eat. Dad cooked. You want vegetables? She
Go to
needs
her.
a cook, all right? Look at that.
The mac and cheese though.
Mac and cheese.
I mean,
Ribs.
I made the mac and cheese.
Mom did make the mac and cheese. Yeah, that's I
can
don't
whip up a
I
salad,
don't touch
but
that.
nobody
I just
says
smoke
fish
meat. That's
soup.
all I do. So yeah, we don't want a salad. You keep your salad. We're focusing on this tonight. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know. Let me know what I did wrong. Let me know how you cook your ribs. Priscilla does her ribs in the oven, and they're also fantastic. I don't really have a preference. I can't say like how long do the ribs in the oven take? 2 hours.
Yeah, about 2
About 2 hours. This is like 4 hours total. So I don't really have a preference either way. They're both great, but they're both very different. So also we do a homemade barbecue sauce sometimes for them. These are pretty juicy. They don't really need it. And that has to do with the apple cider vinegar and the apple cider. So really makes them juicy. How you doing over there?
Good.
Love them?
Yeah, you threw me off when you said the apple cider vinegar and the apple cider. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And then
Yeah.
and then I thought about
Yeah,
it.
well, you can do apple juice too if you don't have apple cider. So either one. Yep. Okay. Hope you make them. Enjoy. See you guys next time. Bye.